This is day 130 of Zohar Pshat, and I'd like to go back a line from yesterday to Tohu Asar the Leis Begvan, which on Tesayim Alpha is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 lines on the top. And a lot of Rishonim think about Tohu along the same lines as the Zohar, in that Tohu is Chomer and Bohu is Tzurah, meaning Tohu is the raw material, and the Ramban calls it the huli, which is from the Greek description of the material from which the world is formed, and the Tzurah is the form, or the Platonic form, as they say, because Plato's one who talks a lot about Chomer and Tzurah, and the form which it takes on. And Rabbi Menachem ben Kosher in the Faneach Tzunos, and quotes from an article he wrote, that Tohu is energy and Bohu is subatomic particles. And the world started with energy and then went to subatomic particles from there. And obviously Tohu is formless because it's energy, and Bohu is form because they're particles. Now, all this can be true scientifically, and of course, particularly with the understanding of the world according to the Big Bang Theory. This works out scientifically very well. But I don't think the Zohar HaKadosh necessarily has to be understood that way. It can be understood as philosophically as a mashal for the abstract formation of the world, and in the sense that first there was conceptual energy and conceptual substance. Either way, it doesn't really matter. The Zohar is going with that philosophical perspective, even though here it's in the Kabbalistic lens, but the perspective is the same one which the Rishonim use with Chomer Tzurah, or Rabbi Menachem ben Kosher uses scientifically with energy and subatomic particles. So the point is that Tohu is formless and Bohu is formed. And the idea is Tohu Asar the Leis Begvan lo Diukna, has no color nor form, and it's not included in the secret of form. Hashta even though now it can be taken the form, in other words, it can go back and forth, equals mc squared, energy can go into matter, and matter into energy. Nevertheless, when you look at it in its, so to speak, pristine form, it has no form. Again, that's kind of a paradox, but the point is that Tohu is raw energy, and again, it's not necessarily actual scientific energy. It's Chomer, the pre-substance, which is unformed, and then has to be made into the specific formats in which it's going to be take to the next step, which is Bohu. And so you should say Bohu means Bohu. In it is. In other words, there's something there. Tohu your mishtome tohe. What is it? Bohu. This is what it is. Two different stages, right? So anything has levush, which according to those Rishonim is the Tzurah. In other words, the way it takes form in specific ways. Bohu lahai isle Tzurah v'dukna, and that is Bohu. The Bohu is the Tzurah it takes, and the format in which it actually is shaped and made into something meaningful. And the Kodesh Baruch created the world, again, whether it's about philosophical, scientific, or conceptual, things go from unformulated to formulated. Avnim Shukoin go glifa the Tohu. And the mashal is very similar to the stone mashal from before. These are stones which are embedded in the wrapping of the Tohu. Nafke go glifa the shakotaman. I don't know if we change metaphors from snow to stones, perhaps to show that things are getting more firm. But the point is that they come out from the place where they are immersed. There's the things start emerging in a concrete way from the amorphous Tohu. And from there they bring advantage to the world. B'tzura de levusha, in the various different ways in which they are mislabish, which they are enclosed. Mashke to alta, they bring advantage. Me'el letata, from above to below. In other words, the blueprint of how things are supposed to look. The format comes from above, the blueprint, and then it takes that which is below the Tohu and uplifts it and makes it higher. So it comes down from the blueprint and raises up the Tohu to the level of Bohu. Valda, and concerning this, Nukuvin, these stones are porous, and this is porous means either the Tohu can come up through them, or it sounds in the Derech Emes that the Man Milyonim comes down into them, but it's the same idea. In other words, the forms take the raw material or take the energy and constantly uplift them. And in the same way, in the Kabbalistic system, you can take the Nitzotzot of Kedusha, which are in the amorphous, unclear, through mitzvahs and through Ma'asim Tovim, are uplifted and clarified and brought out from their amorphous existence into a specific format. Mufulamin. Mufulamin is an interesting word. I saw some people translate as having windows. The Derech Emes says it's chazakim. They're strong, and the Tzurah says lachim b'mayim nukvin. They're moistened with the water from below. So you have the water from on high and the water from the top. But Fulamin in any event means, I wonder, this reminds me of the word plume, but that's probably not related here. But according to the modern Hebrew dictionary, it means moistened. But in any event, it means that there's constantly things that are constantly in a state of flux, and sometimes these are sometimes hang in the air from they go from the toe up into the air. Sometimes they hide in the day in a cloudy day. Mefiki mayin we go to Homa, and they bring out water from the depths. Lidzona tohu mitamon, and they to sustain the toe from there. I'm not sure from the depths means here, but it sounds like if it's a rainy day, it sounds like water's coming from above. But I guess the depths here could also mean the depths of the purpose of creation. So there is these stones, which are the Bohu, are interacting constantly with the Tohu. And again, there are many ways of understanding that, but things are constantly, at least at this stage of creation, in a state of flux. Things are changing and rearranging, and it could be that this is the way it is always in our Avodas Hashem, that things are constantly in a state of flux, bringing up in the tzaitzas from mitata le'ela, from below to above, bringing down hashpah from le'ela tata, from above to below, which leads us to the next part, which we're going to leave for tonight. Happiness and stupidity. Believe that.